Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. As you will have gathered, I've just finished work. I'm now on the way home. We are the mighty Guru Yogurt. So you will know from watching previous videos that I'm getting on in years a bit. You will also know that I ride pretty much every day and often find myself in the situation I'm currently in, riding home at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night in what is best described as late autumn, the beginning of winter. I have of late, you will also know, been struggling with very cold hands, and I've been talking a good deal about getting heated gloves. Well, I took the plunge yesterday. I ordered these brand new Keis heated gloves, the 3-fingered variety from J&S Accessories in Preston, and this is their first proper test. Now, I wore them when I was riding to work today. I didn't plug the batteries in because it wasn't that cold. It was maybe 10 or 11 degrees. And whereas ordinarily I would have to stop at least once along the way, an hour journey from home to Ambleside, to warm up my hands, the only possible reason I had for stopping today was to stop and cool them down. That's how good the gloves are with no power. The 3-fingered thing, I wasn't certain how I'd get on with that whilst riding. I've worn mittens and kind of gauntlet mittens a lot in the past for mountaineering purposes and got on fine with them. But I wasn't certain about using the controls with just 3 fingers. Actually turns out to be really, really easy. And so at the moment I've got both gloves wired up. I haven't actually turned them on yet because it normally takes 10 or 15 minutes before I start feeling the cold in my fingers. I have no idea why this guy behind me has got his full beam on. Perhaps he's trying to intimidate me. Clearly doesn't know who I am. So he's stopped now. So yeah, in about 10 or 15 minutes I'm thinking I'll probably need to turn the gloves on, and I'll let you know what I think then. So anyway, very busy evening at work. Quite literally only just finished. And now from here it's a 50-minute ride home. So the magnificent beast here is feeling pretty nice at the moment. We gave him some TLC this morning. We had an oil change. I did the the final drive oil, and also bled the front brakes. So everything's feeling tip-top. So, initial observations about the new gloves, and I will be doing close-up shots of them when I get home. Just immediately comfortable, immediately easy to wear, and even without the batteries plugged in, toasty warm. So yeah, I think these are going to get me through the winter. So whenever you get a new piece of kit that requires switching on and some kind of control, it's always best to pull over and do it. And so that is what I'm going to do. Now, whereas ordinarily at this time of night, in these kinds of temperatures, at this point in my ride home, I would already be thinking ahead to where I'm going to pull over and warm up my hands. That hadn't occurred to me. These gloves are just so warm and so well insulated. I mean, there is quite literally no wind at all getting through the gloves. So very impressed in the first instance. And I actually think that when I do turn them on in about 10 minutes time, my hands are very soon going to get a little bit too warm. But we will see. Never in my life have I spent £285 on a pair of motorcycling gloves. And there are two reasons for that. One, I'm a bit of a skinflint, and I've had a lifelong tendency to buy cheap, even though I know it often means buying twice. Secondly, I've never really had the kind of spare money that I've got at the moment, and that's one of the great things about getting older. And third of all, because I'm taking my YouTube stuff so seriously and really do need to be riding every single day, unless there's a very good reason not to, like snow and ice and really horrible, dangerous conditions. If I'm going to be going out and doing this all the time, I really do need to be comfortable. Okay, so I'm going to turn them on to the lowest setting and we'll see what happens. I suspect that I'll be stopping quite soon to turn them off again. So fairly simple operation, 2-second press puts them on the lowest setting. And then if you press again, it goes on to the second setting, and then another press takes it up to the highest setting. I think it might be a while before I need that one, and I can already, within the space of 10-15 seconds, feel them warming up. Very impressive indeed. I think I know what's coming next, and it will be heated undergarments. So yeah, as I say, I just love riding at night, particularly when it's dry and I'm not feeling too cold. And whilst, as I said, I know this road really well, and I know that I'm surrounded by beautiful mountains, it really doesn't matter that I can't actually see them at the moment. I know that they're there. So it gives me an enormous sense of peace and tranquility just to be riding through a beautiful place late at night with pretty much the road to myself. Gosh, I'm so delighted. My subscriptions are going up, views are going up, all the good numbers are going up. Like and subscribe, keep me going. Ooh, I'm going to keep going anyway. I'm going to be talking a lot today about these fabulous new gloves, Live Long and Prosper. It's a bit Dr. Spockish, but I love them. They're absolutely brilliant. I'm going to have a lot more to say about those. However, before we begin, I've got to tell you guys, I'm feeling a little bit bereft. Actually, more than a little bit, more than somewhat. The Murgatroyd, the magnificent Murgatroyd, the centre of my universe, has abandoned me for the weekend. Only for the weekend. She will be back on Sunday. But I'm missing her already. And I've just got to put it to the back of my mind and get on with my day. So once again, I'm heading to Ambleside. Got about an hour and a half to get there. Got a lot to do when I get there. I'll just get through it, get home, miss my Murgatroyd some more, and then get up tomorrow and do it all again. Let's get moving! So it's a fairly mild morning in Cumbria. For now, at least. The forecast is looking pretty good. Sunshine, bits of cloud. Very little chance of rain. And there is a magnificent Murgatroyd shaped hole in my life. I love that woman so much. Honestly, here I am, 61 years old, I feel like a goddamn teenager. What an incredible place this is. And gotta say, what an incredible pair of gloves this is. So just to run through a few details. They fit very, very snugly over my leather jacket. There's a drawstring to pull them tight. There is a little pocket in the cuff where the battery goes. Unfortunately, J&S Leathers, J&S Accessories I should say, sent me the wrong connectors. It seems that the pre-2020 gloves had male connectors into the gloves, not any longer, and what they've done is they've sent me all of the stuff that I ordered, but they've sent me the wrong connectors, so I'll be on the phone to them in a bit. So yeah, just like really, really comfortable gloves, toasty warm, even without any power going into them. The controls are really easy to work, and I discovered last night on my way home that you can actually just push the button against your handlebars, or indeed against the mirror if your mirrors are in the correct place for doing that, and change the settings. You've got little clasps on there to make them even more snug, and as I say, the drawstrings work really, really well. I have rarely been so impressed by a pair of gloves, and I actually think that these will serve me well for my winter mountaineering. I'm actually going to try them out when I get home tonight for their grip on my ice axes. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, live long and prosper. Stop recording.